The story you believe is the life you live, how narratives reprogram your identity. What if the story running in your head isn't even yours? What if your sense of identity, your beliefs, your habits, were all shaped by invisible scripts, planted by stories you didn't choose? From ancient myths to TED Talks, from bedtime tales to political speeches. Welcome to the real theater, where the stage is your mind, and the script is silently shaping who you think you are. This is the power of story, and how it programs your reality.
Part 1. Stories as Identity Scripts.
We are storytelling beings. Long before science, books, or cities, humans gathered around fires and passed down stories, not just for entertainment, but to remember who they were. Who they should be, what was right, what was sacred, what was possible. And that tradition never stopped. Modern-day stories, TED Talks, superhero films, advertising slogans, political campaigns, are all designed to do one thing. Write a script inside your mind. And once that script becomes your story, it becomes your identity. You don't just watch the hero's journey, you absorb it. Your default mode network, the DMN in your brain, lights up when you hear a powerful narrative. Your mind mirrors the emotions, the moral structure, and the transformation. In effect, you become the character.
Part 2. The Science of Narrative Programming.
So how exactly do stories rewire your brain? Let's unpack the science. Dopamine and anticipation. When a story creates suspense or tension, your brain releases dopamine. This chemical sharpens focus and forms stronger memory encoding. You're literally hooked. Oxytocin and empathy. When a narrative features emotional connection, like a reunion, tragedy, or love, your brain floods with oxytocin, increasing trust, empathy, and even susceptibility to belief. Default Mode Network, DMN. The DMN activates when you're not focused on the outside world, when you're daydreaming or immersed in story. This network is also responsible for sense of self, time traveling through memory, and constructing meaning. Stories hijack this function and overlay new meaning into your identity. It's not passive. Story is neuroengineering. And the more you repeat a story, whether about who you are, how the world works, or what's possible, the deeper it gets encoded into your subconscious.
Part 3. Myth, Archetypes, and the Hero's Journey.
Now let's go deeper. This isn't new. The ancients knew it. Every civilization has used myth to shape its people. Joseph Campbell's Hero's Journey isn't just a structure for epic films. It's a map of inner transformation. It begins with the call to adventure, facing trials, meeting mentors, death and rebirth, and returning with the elixir of wisdom. From Moses to Neo, from Buddha to Luke Skywalker, the same archetypal script is encoded in our psyche. Carl Jung called these patterns archetypes, universal symbols rooted in the collective unconscious. Why? Because stories are rituals for the mind. They don't just entertain us. They initiate us. They don't just tell us who to be. They show us who we might become through symbolic death and resurrection. And each time you live a story, whether by watching, reading, or imagining, you are rewriting the structure of your identity.
Part 4. The Dark Side of Story, Propaganda and Manipulation.
But here's the shadow side. If story can reprogram identity, then whoever controls the narrative controls the people. This is the weaponization of narrative, known historically as propaganda. In wartime, propaganda stories dehumanize the enemy. In politics, they cast heroes and villains. In religion, stories enforce obedience or justify holy war. In advertising, they trigger desire and identity loss to sell you a better version of yourself. And when repeated enough times, even the most absurd or violent narratives become truth in the collective mind. As Goebbels once said, a lie told once remains a lie, but a lie told 1,000 times becomes the truth. Let that sink in. Because in a world run by algorithms, 3-second attention spans, and emotionally weaponized content, your inner story is under siege.
Part 5. Conscious Storytelling, Rewriting Your Life.
But here's the breakthrough. You can reclaim your script. You can consciously choose the story you want to live and who you want to be within it. Ask yourself, what narrative are you living right now? Who gave it to you? Is it based on fear or freedom? Is it empowering or limiting? Rewriting your story doesn't mean lying to yourself. It means choosing which story aligns with your highest truth. You can choose the hero's journey, one of growth, courage, sacrifice, and transformation. You can choose the sage's tale, one of wisdom, stillness, and mastery. Or you can remain trapped in the consumer's loop, forever seeking, never arriving. The pen is in your hands. In the end, whoever tells the best story writes the future. That story could be a nation's myth, a movement's call, a child's bedtime tale, or the whisper you repeat to yourself when no one's watching. The question is, will you be the programmed or the storyteller? The script is yours now. Make it divine. Like, subscribe, join the Positive Vortex. See you on the next video.